Well, I was pulling weeds out of my garden when a worm crawled out and said, well, I beg your pardon. You see that robin over there in that tree? Well, he's hungry. He got his eye on me, and I was wondering, you got a place I can hide and maybe bum a ride to the next town and break new ground without worrying about to being swallowed down. I said, well, sure enough, just crawl into this here cup and I'll put the lid on and cover you up while I find my pole and you, and I'll go to my favorite fishing hole. A mosquito landed on the side of my brain and said, don't worry, this ain't gonna cause you no pain. You see, my name is Skeeter and I needed some blood. I thought I'd poke around and fill up my jug. I said, well, help yourself, Skeeter, I got more than I need. Here, wait a minute, and I'll roll up my sleeve. So he lit on my ear and chugged a lug of beer while I exposed my major artery. Then he poked in deep up to the end of his nose, and when he's all filled up, fixing to go, I slapped him on the back. He said splat, and that was the end of that. I saw a ducker walking on my front lawn. I said, hey, Mr. Quacker, what's it going on? He said, well, I've been here just hanging around, and now I'm so fat I can't get my feet off the ground. And I was wondering, you got a place I can roost, and maybe in the morning you could give me a boost and get me on my way, because nothing would be finer than to be in Carolina in a couple of days. Come on in and get those wet feathers off while I heat up the oven and grease up the pot. You're in luck. I'm a cooking roast duck, and I think you're here to stay. I was sitting on my porch with a beer in my hand when a mouse drove up in a big old van. I'm the cheese inspector, he said with a grin, flashing me a badge as he walked on into my kitchen. If you ain't got a permit and I find cheese, I'll have to confiscate it. Hey man, I got no problem with that. I got a permit for the cheese I got in my mouse trap. Well, he looked around from room to room, but when he found what was sleeping behind my broom, he screamed, I grinned. Uncle Tom had him, and he's Uncle Tomcat Din Din. I was getting all dressed up to go to the dance, so when I found out I had ants in my pants, I says, hey guys, are you down there? You can't dance in my underwear. But they kept on clogging to a Cajun beat, clapping their hands, stomping their feet. One had a guitar, another a fiddle, one an accordion strapped to his middle. They clogged in a row. I towed my jeans, I did a do-si-do to the washing machine. Well, I hit spin, tossed them in, then I dressed, went to the tavern. A squirrel climbed up into my nut tree, started throwing my nuts at me. I said, hey, Mr. Man, you darn nuts, there's enough nuts for the two of us. Well, he flicked his tail, I let another sail. I ran for cover, he threw another throw. I grabbed my 14 and threw a blast at him, and nuts went flying, but I missed him. So I got my chainsaw all fired up, sawed that tree down, then sawed it up. And that squirrel in my nut tree, throwing my nuts at me, drove me nuts. Yeah.